The exact thing that got you your first customers is about to become the thing that traps you. You hand sold your first few DMs, free help, real conversations, one human at a time. And it worked, which is huge. Most people never get that far, but you can already feel the ceiling. The day you stop messaging is the day the sales stop. That's not a business. It's a job you invented for yourself with worse hours. So how do you go from one customer to 10 to 100 without living in your DMs forever? I'll show you when to stop hand selling and how to turn those conversations into a machine that brings customers to you. Let's get into it. First, the reframe that makes the rest of this click. Hand selling was never supposed to be your business. It was your research phase. Every awkward DM, every free audit, every no, that was you buying information. You were learning the exact words your buyer uses, the exact objection that stops them, and the exact promise that makes them pull out a card. That's priceless. You can't get it from a course, and you definitely can't get it from a tool. But here's the trap. Most people do one of two things with that phase. They either quit it the second it gets tiring and try to automate before they've learned anything, so they scale a guess, or they never quit and stay stuck hand selling forever, trading hours for sales until they burn out. The whole game is knowing exactly when to switch. So let's nail that first. Here's the signal. You're ready to stop hand selling and start building the machine the moment you can predict the conversation before it happens. When someone messages you, you already know what they're going to say. You know the problem they'll describe, almost word for word. You know the objection that's coming. You know which line flips them from maybe to yes, because you've watched it work 10 or 15 times. When you could basically write the next sales conversation in your sleep, that's not boredom. That's market truth. That's the signal. For most people, that lands around your first 10 hand-sold customers, which, not by accident, is exactly where the last video told you to stop counting. Before that point, keep hand selling. You don't have enough truth yet. And anything you automate is just a louder version of a guess. After that point, you're not guessing anymore. You're copying something you've already proven works. And that changes everything. So here's the move, and it's simpler than the funnel gurus make it sound. You don't go building some random automated funnel. You take each thing you were doing by hand and you turn it into an asset that does it for you. Everything manual becomes a machine. 4 assets, and you build them in this exact order. Asset number 1. This replaces your DMs, and it's the highest leverage thing you'll build. So build it first. You already hand closed 10 people, which means you already know the script that works. So bake it into the page. Open with your buyer's problem in their exact words, pulled straight from that swipe file you built. Mirror it back, but sharper. Bridge to the product with the one benefit that actually made people buy. Not all of them, just the one. And close with the same no questions guarantee you offered in the DMs. You're not writing a sales page from scratch. You're transcribing a conversation you've already had 10 times. That's why it converts. Here's what that looks like in practice. Say your swipe file is full of people writing things like, I have no idea what to charge and I'm terrified of losing the client if I quote too high. You don't go inventing a clever headline. You hand them their own sentence back like this. Stop guessing what to charge without scaring off the client. The exact objection you heard 10 times becomes the line that quietly answers it before they can even raise it. And the testimonial from your happiest hand-sold customer? Well, that goes right under the buy button. Their words, your layout. Asset number 2. This replaces your one-by-one free gives. You were doing free audits and mini reviews one human at a time. Take the give people asked for the most and turn it into something downloadable, like a checklist, a template, or a mini guide that does that same favor for 1,000 people at once in exchange for an email. Same generosity that built trust in the DMs, except now it works while you sleep. And it quietly builds the one asset you actually own, a list of people who raised their hand and said, I have this problem. Asset number 3. This is the big one. It replaces going to the watering hole. Up to now, you went to them. You showed up in their subreddits and their groups. That doesn't scale because it's you manually doing it every time. So flip it. Instead of going to where they're asking a question, you publish the answer where they search, so they come to you. And you already know exactly what to make because your swipe file is a list of the precise questions and words your buyers use. Every screenshot in there is a video title, a post, a search keyword. You're not guessing at content, you're answering questions you've already watched real buyers ask. And here's the multiplier most people miss. One question becomes a week of content. Take a single screenshot from your swipe file. Say, how do I raise my rates without losing clients? And that one question is a YouTube video, a Pinterest pin, a short, and a blog post that can rank in Google. Same answer, 4 doorways. Don't spread thin across all of them on day one. Pick the one search platform where your buyer actually looks. For most digital products, that's YouTube, Pinterest, or plain Google, and go deep there first. Because unlike a DM, a piece of search content keeps working for months after you hit publish. That's the whole difference between renting attention and owning a doorway buyers walk through on their own. Asset number 4. This replaces the one-off conversation. Remember the 4 messages from the last video? Acknowledge, mirror, bridge, soft close. Turn that exact flow into a short automated email sequence that fires the moment someone grabs your lead magnet. Welcome them, mirror the problem, deliver value, then make the same soft offer with the same guarantee. The conversation that used to cost you 20 minutes per person now happens automatically for everyone, forever. Now, here's what it stops being a funnel and starts being a flywheel. The part that actually takes you from 10 customers to 100. Every customer the machine closes gives you 2 things you didn't have before. 1. Proof. A review, a testimonial, a screenshot of a happy buyer. You feed that straight back into the sales page and the content, and everything converts a little better. 2. A referral, if you ask. And most people never ask. So ask one line once they're happy. Who else do you know who's dealing with this exact thing? Reviews make the machine convert better. Referrals pour more people into the top. More customers means more reviews and more referrals. That's the loop. That's why the 100th customer is so much easier than the first. You're not pushing anymore. The thing is pulling. Now, let me be straight with you because this is where the fantasy creeps back in. This machine is not passive. Passive income is the lie that sells the courses. What you've actually built is leverage. It's the same effort that now reaches a lot more people, but it still needs feeding. The content has to keep coming. The copy needs updating as the market shifts. And here's the part almost nobody does. Even after the machine is running, keep a hand-selling habit. A few real conversations a week. Not because you need the sales, because the day you stop talking to actual buyers is the day your copy slowly starts to lie. The machine works because it's built on truth. And truth has a shelf life. You're not replacing yourself. You're cloning the parts of you that already worked. All right, let's quickly recap. Hand selling is your research phase. Don't quit it until you can predict the conversation before it happens. When you can, turn each manual step into an asset in order. The sales page that closes for you, the lead magnet that gives at scale, the content that gets found, and the email sequence that sells on autopilot. Then, let reviews and referrals spin it into a flywheel. That's the whole jump from 1 customer to 100. The quick mistakes to dodge here. Don't automate before you've earned the truth. Don't try to build all 4 at once. And don't go quiet and let the copy go stale. If you want help building these in the right order, your sales page, your lead magnet, and your content plan, without guessing, that's exactly what we do inside my community. You bring what you've got and we build the machine together. The link is in the description if you want to check it out. And the next question is always, okay, customers are coming in. How do I make more from each one without finding a single new buyer? That's the next video. How to turn one product into a product line so every customer is worth 3 to 5 times more. Click it and I'll see you in there. I'm Cha-Ching Blob. Catch you in the next one.